Today I'm going to be talking about missionaries. There are several different kinds of missionaries. The two I am going to talk about today are American missionaries and indigenous missionaries. Just the pros and cons of both of them. So with American missionaries, usually, well, not so much the missionaries, but the people who give to the missions, um, can be quite lazy, as in they will work and everything, but how they try and solve the problems is just by giving money or sending water bottles. It's all short term little fixes that don't go very far. And what they really should be doing is going to somewhere where, like, just if they go to a place that there's no water, they should make a well for it so that they can use the water. Like, they'll always have water, instead of just sending them water bottles and then them having to deal with all the plastic and all that kind of stuff. Or there was a while ago where there was like a disaster or something, natural disaster, and the states sent them old clothes, which I think my mom said like 90% of the clothes had to be thrown out because they were just super ratty and stuff. So that's for the Americans, which I'm glad not to be American. I'm Canadian. Yeah. Anyways, indigenous missionaries tend to look more at the long-term fix, so building wells, all that kind of stuff. And the pros or the cons to being a indigenous missionary is you don't always have all the supplies that or the funding or anything that the Americans have. The American missionaries have a lot of funding for just their everyday life wherever they go. Yeah, so the indigenous people, I think it would be better for us to give them funding instead of giving money to some of these American people who are going over and just sending water bottles and stuff like that. I think, or we get the Americans to figure out how to think long term and do some stuff that will last a while. And yeah, so that's my little take on missionaries.